We're now going to consider yet another example of second-degree price discrimination, this one called quantity discounts. So that's fairly familiar to everyone, I think. The idea that as you buy more of something, the additional amount that you get costs you less. So again, the idea is to give buyers a combination of choices. They will choose the one that gives them the greatest surplus, as we'll see. So, simple example, we can look at prices at the Canada Games Aquatic Centre. You can't go there right now, of course, because it's closed, like so much else. But if you were to go there and wanted to go for a swim or use their gym facilities and so on, it would cost you $9 for one visit. But you could go for a month for $80. So obviously if you were going to go, expecting to go more than 9 times, then this would be the cheaper option. So the longer into the future you pay for your access, the lower is likely to be the price per visit that you're actually going to have to pay. So here the quantity discount is a little bit hidden in the prices, and of course I suppose somebody who might buy a 1-year prepaid membership at the beginning of the year following some New Year's resolution might actually wish that they had just paid for a single visit. Anyway, this kind of pricing is quite common with facilities like this. Let's consider another example. I did a web search using the phrase 1 for $3, 2 for $5, and I came up with this example. So a couple of English students had visited a shop selling cupcakes in California, and this was, and they wrote an account of this on a blog that was recording their travels, and they wrote down what the price was, and they made the mistake of buying 2 cupcakes each, and they refer to this card taped to the top that says after you make 8 visits to the store you get a free cupcake. So that's another way of pricing, which I'm not going to discuss here, but obviously rewarding a repeat customer. So what sense does it make to sell 1 cupcake for $3 or 2 for $5? In other words, you're buying the second cupcake for an extra $2. I said mistake of buying 2 cupcakes because these things look very unhealthy indeed. Well, let's imagine, sort of go back to an example of thinking about an individual's demand curve in terms of their willingness to pay. So suppose that one of the students who bought 2 cupcakes was willing to pay $4 for the first cupcake, but only $2.75 for the second one, and $1.50 for the third one, and nothing for the fourth. Well, we could ask what would be her consumer surplus if she bought just 1 cupcake for $3. Well, clearly, her willingness to pay was $4. She'd get $1 in consumer surplus $4 minus $3. What would her total surplus be if she bought the second cupcake? So she went for the deal of buying 2 for $5. Well, what we'd have to do is to ask what would her total willingness to pay for 2 cupcakes be. It's $4 plus $2.75. It would cost her $5, so she would get $1.75 by purchasing 2 cupcakes, $1.75 in total surplus. Well, clearly that's a better deal than buying just 1 cupcake, so she would buy 2. So the idea is that the buyer is going to choose the combination that gives them the greatest total surplus. Well, that's all that I'm going to give by way of example of quantity discounts. We're now going to look at price skimming and other kinds of price setting that also discriminates among different kinds of customers.